I was. Barbecue sauce on my titties.
Oh, God.
Who else do I need? Oh, I need your NPCs. Orvex. Oh man, Orvex.
We have like 1 billion NPCs with us now.
Yeah. Orvex is doing alright now though.
Has he leveled up?
No. He doesn't
hasn't gone to-
participate.
Just as well.
Yeah. But, you know, this whole place is really spooky. But you guys so far have actually been doing really well, and he's really confident in your abilities to, like, defeat all these horrifying monsters. So far, you've been doing really well. And he saw you, like, massacre an entire temple of Yanti, so there was that.
Oh god, yeah. Don't remind me of that traumatic experience.
It's been a while, and a lot happened last session, because it was like a marathon session, oh no, that wasn't the marathon session. But a lot happened. I'll just try to be brief with the recap. You had your first foray into the Tomb of Annihilation itself, and you found the tomb of Obalaka, I believe, which subsequently possessed Tili. So Tili has the voice of Obalaka in her head now, giving her all sorts of very useful
Which is basically a pussy.
information.
She's basically the opposite of Tili, yeah.
And you also noticed a few things about the tomb. There's like a big stairwell in the center. You found some of these strange dwarves wandering around. Like these ones. You actually wandered into a whole cluster of them as they were constructing some horrible golem-like creature. But you defeated.
Bloody hell.
What else? There was a chest that devoured all but the greatest of thieves, and May managed to not be devoured.
Like by a fucking hair with.
Yeah, but like one point.
Well, to be fair, that was just to break the tools.
Oh yeah, that would have broken your tools.
Yeah,
and that could have been bad. But you actually found more tools in this room, this very room itself. And what you also found was like a lantern. See if did you identify that yet?
Yeah, we spoke to the...
We haven't taken a short rest yet.
No identification, no time.
Right. Yes. So Nina spoke to. Ciel. There's a little elven lady inside the lantern. And she seems very absent-minded, very very faint. She's like some sort of spirit, you gather. Possibly trapped inside this lantern. And I think I can't remember what exactly you discussed. She might have mentioned that she was brought here by another group, but something happened to them and she can't quite remember the details. Her memory is very bad.
I think she said that there's been several groups that she's been with, but
Yes.
that they've all perished.
Yes, that's right. And the latest group, the one that took her down here, have also perished or disappeared. She can't remember. And I think that's where we left it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right.
So I mean, this elven lady, does she? I guess I didn't really. I mean, we didn't really establish much about this person. Just that her immediate reaction was to think, "Wait, don't speak truth to it. What if it's the doomed child or something?"
Yes.
But I think I think
Yeah.
she doesn't look like a child, right? She's just a.
No, she doesn't look like a child. No, she very much looks and has the mannerisms of an adult. Just a very sort of forgetful.
Can she
very.
ask her in Elven, like, how did she get here? How did she get trapped inside a lantern?
Yeah, so she doesn't know. She has faint memories of times that she thinks might have been outside of the lantern, but she doesn't really know if they're true, and they're very amorphous. And so she doesn't know. For her, her life has kind of just been the lantern, but she doesn't really know how long she's been in there.
What's your name? What are these memories that may or may not be false? Anything to go off, I guess.
Yeah, so she doesn't even know her name. She just knows that the group that carried her before used to call her the Starfallen.
Right, yeah, but I remember you mentioned that before. I'm just... have we made any notes about Lady in journal?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's fine, I'm just...
We could take a short rest, which is much needed, and then spend some time poking and prodding this thing.
Where the hell?
Before we do a short rest, can I just check to see if this door's secure?
Sure.
Just that. I don't want to make sure that we're not going to get our party crashed. Just if we're going to be sitting here for an hour.
Did it
Sure.
knock my contact lenses off somewhere?
Do you want to? So 12.
Help! Don't I have any? Damn it! I don't have passive investigation. Can you imagine? That doesn't even make any sense. Right.
I mean, you do kind of have a passive investigation. It's the idea that you just kind of put things together logically in your head yourself, put together clues. So it's fine.
It's because I have expertise in it. That's why I figured it's just like 12. But whatever.
Well, did you know
It's
whether or
just a
not
door.
this door opens inwards or outwards?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Is it locked? Is it trapped? Is it magical? Well, okay, I can't see if it's magical, but... Ciel!
Let's have a look. Yes, Ciel. You can look at it. Okay, great. Here you go. Not locked or trapped. Not magical in any way, as far as Ciel can tell. It's just like a normal stone door.
Can I just move a table in front of it? Like,
We've got an unbreakable rod. If it moves towards us, we can stick that behind it.
Yes, the door opens inwards.
Okay.
Alright. Stick the rod in it.
Owynn goes up and sticks his rod in the door. Instructions were unclear.
Okay, now we can rest.
I guess Ciel spending some time with the lady.
Yeah, you determine the
I'll sit with her.
Are there any other items you want to work out the magical properties of?
Did we get other items?
yeah.
Wasn't there something that we got?
Yeah, we got Wait, is the tank? Is the
You got a
tank?
mug.
Yeah, it's the tankard magical, right?
Hmm.
Yes, I think it gave off some sort of magic. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to inspect it because this is the shit that May lives for. Is
Okay.
cool treasures
Trinkets.
like this. Like she knows that she could gift it to her darling friend Tili, but this is what she's always sort of dreamed of, is like coming to a cool dungeon and exploring it and winning cool treasures and discovering wonderful things.
Sure.
And she would like to have a stare at it and inspect it and wonder where
Yeah.
it came from.
Absolutely. Let's see here.
Yes.
Was there anything else? What was in that chest?
There was a scroll.
Which no one recognizes.
Mm.
Right. Yes. Oh, no, yeah, it's a scroll of remove curse. Joe would recognize it.
Gotcha.
Great. All right. Well, might as well just.
I think we knew that. We did know that.
Yeah, I think you did. Alright, is anyone watching the stairs while you do your short rest?
That's
did.
Mickey.
Okay.
Mickey left.
I'm sitting with.
Her video is still working.
I'm too busy inspecting the tankers, so I can't. Can someone else do it?
I can sit with my back to the sort of. I'll sit over here.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, Orvex, get in here, you fool.
You call you a fool.
No, just like it's done. You can tell by the fact that May's been wandering around with a tankard for about 10 minutes.
Alright, he takes a look inside. But it's all very grisly, like there are vats of blood and stuff with copper tubing going into this horrible contraption over there. So he kind of just sniffs a bit and says, not much of archaeological merit in here, really. He'll sit down with you guys. Yeah, I think the short rest passes without incident, so get your packed slot back. Packed slots. You can spend any hit dice you want. If you want to spend any key action surges, second wins. I think that's it.
Oh, brilliant! Hit dice works. Very nice.
Yes.
Pranks. Thanks, Fred's digitation.
Yeah, I've got hit dice working.
So you're gonna tell me what? Are you going to tell me what the elf's false or not?
Yes. So, firstly, the tankard. The tankard.
Hello.
Oh, thank fucking God. Jeez. What did I miss?
Oh, because you're not hear me.
I
That
could
time.
not hear the entire time. Yeah.
Presumably, you could hear me because I was in the same room as you.
No, because I was wearing my headphones.
Oh no.
I was trying to fix it.
She's so deaf.
No, this isn't noise cancelling headphones. Oh my God.
He thinks you would have just removed them, but never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind trying to connect again.
Connecting.
Well, I was listening to see if I got connected again, right? Like, why would I remove?
Well, you can see if you get connected again. So the tankard. That was what May was. May had the tankard.
Yeah.
It. When it's filled, the sad face smiles, turns into a happy face. Those are the magical properties of that tankard.
All right then.
So good.
I mean, it's cool, but you know, if we desperately need money, then actually,
No,
you
we're
know
keeping
what?
that shit.
Yeah, Maid doesn't want to give this shit away. She earned this, so she's gonna be like, "Oh, test it! Oh, test it! Give me the. Where's the jug? Where's the jug?"
I'm like, sorry, it's only mayonnaise today.
Fill it with mayonnaise.
It was water based because we had to go downstairs, like go in, so it's actually water. You can have water in it.
Okay, fill it with water, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's
as
happy.
yeah, you watch as the sad face becomes a happy face.
Great.
That's amazing.
Right. Ciel, the lantern is.
Mickey can hear us now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got disconnected again. But it's just briefly.
Yeah, check something's not downloading in the background.
Because you're cutting in and out, like your voice as well is
Me?
No,
Oh,
Mickey's
Mickey.
voice is
Yeah.
a bit wavery.
Okay, so this is what you've found after studying the lantern. The elf inside is not. She's not like particularly chatty. She kind of mostly stares around vacantly, as though you're not really there, and she's constantly daydreaming in a reverie. And when you talk to her, she kind of snaps out of it and looks at you as though she's never seen you before. But this is what the ghost lantern is.
Oh, it's
It does
awesome.
require attunement, so if you want to attune to it, you have to spend another hour.
Well, who goes
Well,
unconscious the most?
Did you post a description or something?
Yeah, I showed it to all players, but if you weren't online, if you weren't connected at the time, if you just go to the magical items, it should be in there.
Okay.
There now. It's under Ghost Lantern.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I didn't actually realise that there was this magical items list. That's cool. That it's got all the descriptions in there.
That's super
You
cool.
didn't realise.
I just thought that you
Yeah,
showed
that
it
was so
once and that was it.
Oh god. Yeah, they're all
Like
sure.
I can see all the handouts and
Yeah.
that's it. And then I didn't realise that there was this little section at the bottom that says items. Fuck. My bad. I've never had to revisit items, have I?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Should we ask the spirits? if
Oh
they
my
want
god,
to
Emmy,
be
you
the lantern?
already ate!
Sorry?
No,
Should
Emmy's
we ask the
begging.
spirit if it wants to leave, if it wants freedom?
Oh. Are you actually asking it? Are you asking your companions if you should ask it?
Well, I'll ask my companions first to see
Yeah.
what their opinion is. I'll
Sure.
probably will ask it anyway.
Wait, what?
So, I mean, CL studied it, right?
What does CL say?
Does she inform us of
Keep cutting out.
all the information that she
Oh
about?
yeah, I do tell you guys about its properties.
Okay. So should we
Ask
we
it to be free, if it wants
ask?
to be
Yeah.
free. I don't think we should ask.
How come?
Just so we can find out more about it.
Well, asking it to be free won't make it free. We'll just find out whether it wants to be free or not.
Yeah, it'll just be like the genie in Aladdin, where we'll be like, "Hey, we can totally make you free," and then we're like, "We're not gonna make you free."
What if it's
Make it
an
free.
evil? What if it's an evil genie? Ooh.
It's like,
You don't need to actually set it free until they just know if it wants to be set free.
I don't know
Go
how
ahead, Tili, you can
to
ask.
how do we talk about this lantern's properties without it seeming like metagaming? Like, how can we possibly know that it will emerge from the lantern if you fall unconscious?
The act
really
of investigating, aren't you supposed to be sort of testing it and playing around with it or something? Or in a kind
okay.
of-
I'll just fall unconscious. Like, what's gonna happen? You know, I guess that's
I
what
mean,
makes
it's
it.
just what the rules says. If you spend an hour with it, you learn its properties.
Maybe she tells you. But that seems odd because she's
Might be
supposed to be like
to get an inference
confused.
based on the fact that you're also magical, and you're like, "Oh, this seems to have an element of this enchantment on." Maybe
Yeah,
it's-
so you can play around with it. You can just kind of meditate and it's magic. So however that manifests in your head, you kind of just intuitively understand how it works. You just
Yeah,
gain
maybe
that
it's-
knowledge.
It's maybe CL understands that these types of spirits will automatically stabilize you if you fall unconscious. So they have like some kind of strange sort of protection spirit.
Yeah.
Like if she knows that because she's seen something like this before, then that would make sense. And that way, everyone would be like, "Oh, we should keep it." I mean, totally set it free. But let's keep it first, right? Until we survive, right?
Should we ask her whether it wants to be set free?
Go
pretty
ahead,
sure we
Tili,
have-
you can ask.
I think in the conversation we had last time, she was just like, they were looking for ways of setting me free.
I remember.
Like I wanted to. She basically insinuated that she wanted to be set free, but none of the parties managed it because they died.
Well, let's just make.
No, they were trying to bring her back to life.
Ah.
Setting it free is easy. Like if you learn the properties, it even tells you how to set it free.
Oh well, then
Yeah,
yeah,
just
absolutely.
follow
Talk to her
those
then about
steps.
it then, because
Yeah, let's-
if there's a way to bring her back and she wants that instead.
Okay, let's. Okay. Well, okay. So Tili goes up to the lantern and addresses the spirit and saying, "Do you want to be set free, or do you want to be brought back to life?"
Oh, yes. I suppose that would be nice. Free, or I don't really know what life is like outside of a lantern. That might be nice to experience that again, if I haven't already. Sorry, I don't really remember.
Can I
She
insight?
has-
Yeah.
Her not remembering. Awesome.
Yeah. She really doesn't seem to have her wits about her much.
Okay. I suppose. Yeah, we can use her for now, and then she doesn't mind being used, does she, for her abilities?
No, she's happy to help. Like, if you guys want to carry her around, she'll stabilize you. She doesn't want you to die.
I mean, May whispers to Ciel, like, but she can't be brought back to life, right? She's dead.
That's interesting.
I mean, she's. All we can. What you're saying is we can only release her spirit.
Well, we could get rid of the death curse, to be honest, and then bring her back to life.
We'll just see what we can do.
Then, if that's what it takes, then she could definitely feel invested in helping us. You know.
Yep,
It's
she'll be
quite,
part of the effort.
it's quite
It
expensive.
says zebra.
Oh, your mic's not working, Mickey. By the way,
What? It is.
is it? Is it?
I can hear her.
Oh, unless you changed the volume or something recently. Say something.
Oh no, that is weird. What the heck?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not
you
working.
stop now.
I think you were hearing it through Kim's mic.
Have you disconnected it by accident? It's glowing red. Is that normal?
It's on fire. Is that normal?
You didn't accidentally mute it.
I muted it and unmuted it just now.
Hello.
Okay, that's work. That's work. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a bit worrying. That's a bit.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on today. It's just like I keep getting disconnected for a couple of seconds as well, which just goes like, bloop, and then I don't hear you for like 3 seconds, and
Is
then
it
I come back.
Is it a new headset?
No, it's the same one I've been using all the time.
Her internet's getting connected, like her Roll 20 is going as well, but I don't understand it because my internet's fine.
You got an Ethernet cable?
No, it's just on wireless.
Like a cable.
We tried. There's no way. Logistics don't work. Yeah.
I was just saying, it's all nice to want to revive her, but it's going to be really expensive if you don't have a body that died within 10 days.
Yep, it will be.
Yeah, as in like, what, like really, really expensive, and very, very, very hard to find someone who's capable of it.
What do you mean
Sure.
expensive? Do you mean like paying someone to do it? Like some kind
Yes,
of weird wizard?
like what is it? Not greater restoration.
True resurrection.
True resurrection. Yeah,
What's
Level.
Okay, this is
9
our character.
9, level 9.
We as a party would want to free her, I think.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
we all understand that in order to bring her back to life, we need to remove the death curse first. I don't even think it's safe for her to come to even try to release her into the afterlife if she's
spirit.
because I
Yeah,
think
Yeah.
it would be lost. So
Well, I'm just saying that we can't afford reviving her.
Not now.
either way, I think it would be. She would be. I'm sure she would find it fruitful to come with us. She's not gonna.
How about she comes
Be
with
in
us
danger.
until we can release her? Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
she doesn't have much of a choice.
Well, at the moment, what do we know about what happens with if someone dies? Do we know anything that happens to them? Like
I
they die,
think-
we can't res them. Do we know any reason as to why we can't res them?
I thought we learned somewhere that the death
Yes.
curse steals the soul of them.
So at this
The
point,
Red Wizards explained to you that there's a device called the Soulmonger.
Yeah.
Which redirects souls.
okay, this is part of cool. It's knowledge that I knew, so I just want to make sure. So in terms of Soulmonger, then we don't want to release her because that's surely just going to get sucked up.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
not
saying.
yet.
Don't
Not
release
yet.
her.
Yeah.
Like
Until-
nobody's saying release it right away.
No,
Yeah,
but
but
Owynn
Either
would have
way-
been like, if we're not going to resurrect her, then just release her. But I guess we can't release her at the moment.
Yeah.
We're going to have to deal with this.
Mm.
We'll use her, I guess, because that makes sense, and she's okay with it. But otherwise, like, if we were never going to resurrect her, I wouldn't want to keep her, just drag her along.
Either
No.
way, I think that she would still prefer.
Being with us.
I mean, I'm not trying to speak for her, but I think either way, she's either unless she wants to be stuck in this lantern forever, we
She
might as
doesn't,
well take
yeah.
her with us.
Yeah. She.
We're not gonna molest her or anything. Like, I'm sure she'll be fine.
Who was suggesting that?
I'm saying it's not the
So
worst
silly.
thing in the world, is it, to come with us?
So
How do you molest a lantern? Actually, don't answer that.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sorry, Nina. What are you
Um,
saying?
does she want to be called Soulmonger? Was it
The Starfallen.
Starfallen? Yeah.
Yep.
Is that
Pretty
what she
dope
wants to be called?
She seems a bit puzzled, kind of. She says that she doesn't really have any other name, so the Starfallen is fine, but she doesn't really know why she has that name in the first place.
We can call you Puck. That's from Berserk. The little elf.
Puck.
Also,
Yeah, the little elf is
Dota
called
2.
Puck.
He was a boy though.
Yeah. I can't remember the girl's name.
Oh, I forgot her name. Yeah.
Puck and pussy.
Oh my god. Let's see.
Comes in like way later.
Yeah. So Valeria or something.
with
Something.
obviously this phantom in tow, presumably you didn't attune, you just learned its properties. To
That's
use
right.
it, you have to attune. Therefore, are you attuning to it? If so, we're gonna have to spend another hour or so, which is fine. Seems dope.
Or anybody. Now we know its properties. It might be best
Yeah.
to choose somebody who would best use its properties.
Sure, but I mean,
I
Ciel
think-
spends some time.
I think people that can like heal, maybe.
Hmm.
It's just kind of like a guarantee that they will get up again and heal
So this-
themselves at least.
This is stabilize, so you'll be at 0. You just won't die out.
Yeah.
It won't actually make them come back into fight to heal. It will
Yeah.
just make them not die.
Yeah.
But even strategically, those are the people you want to keep alive anyway. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
Owynn
like
is fully
Undrill,
attuned,
maybe.
Undrill and myself.
I think, yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's within 10 feet of the lantern.
Yeah.
So as long as it's on someone that is not too, like, miles away all the time, I think Undrill would be a really obvious choice, actually.
I think it only works on the person that's attuned to it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, of course it is, yeah.
It's also interesting
I would say
that first of all, Mage Hand's pretty useful, and secondly, the light could be quite useful. So there's a couple of things. Mage Hand might be quite useful for May because she keeps on going around touching things, so she could use this spirit to kind of go ahead and open doors or do stuff, which could be
Good point.
meaning
She's
she's not
also-
in.
Yeah, she's also really, really low health right now, so maybe that's also a safeguard that she doesn't die.
Yeah. In terms of light, that's another use. Is anybody particularly in need? I mean, Tili can't see in the dark.
Yeah, but I can cast. I guess I can ask someone. I can ask her to cast the light, and people just need to be near me. But
Yeah. That's
it's
true.
not. I mean, I can see perfectly fine, but it might. It's not a really big
Ciel's
deal if I were to
longsword.
have it. I just
Ciel's
think that the
longsword
falling
is
unconscious
light,
thing is the most important thing, and I'm not saying give it to me.
I think we should give it to me.
But I suggested earlier, like, well, someone else falls more unconscious than I do. That extra layer of protection might be useful for him.
He can't attune to anything else though either.
I
Yeah.
am for.
Oh, of course, you don't have anything left. Oh, fucking hell.
Just don't wave it in front of a statue.
Oh my god, that'd be brutal. And then he'll break the lantern and her soul will be absorbed into the...
Yeah,
yes.
I don't worry, I know. I lost my rapier. It's pretty embarrassing.
Is everyone comfortable with May taking the time to attune to this and essentially having it?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, thanks, guys. It's my new elf friend. We can speak in Elvish together.
You're going to take another hour.
Oh, I'm happy to, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good property.
Alright. Do you want
want
to add
conscious in the next room? So
Ghost Lantern to your inventory, May?
Oh, that's so nice. Oh,
You are
thanks,
also
guys.
cursed.
Where's the scroll? Where's the scroll?
So that's 2 of 3 attunement slots? Yeah. Okay. So you spend another hour in this room.
Ironically, to wait with a fidgety person.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll just...
Artist does some push-ups. Dragonblade sharpens his already magically sharpened sword.
How good is the artist at doing push-ups? Is this more like a strength-based activity, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see, how good is he at doing push-ups? He does like 10, and then he's like, "Whoa, there we go."
Did you hear? I did over 1,000.
Oh, you already stopped, artists. And
Gotta conserve my strength for the monsters, you know?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Don't tire yourself out just to show off. That would be silly. Yeah. You could just smile and I'd be happy. Anyway, sorry. Starfallen. What does that? I can't even bloody pronounce it.
From Berserk.
Lena.
Ivalira from Berserk.
Oh, that's not so hard to pronounce if you say it like that. I'm just gonna
Alright.
give her a name then.
I mean, you can call her what you want. She's just told you that she was called the Starfallen at some point.
What's that bitch from that film? That star film? I forgot what it's called. Whatever.
Stardust.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a good one, though.
Some white girl name, maybe.
Rebecca.
Does the hour pass
You're
eventually then?
Becky.
Yes, the hour passes without issue. And you are attuned. I've updated your attunement slots. I think I forgot about in the recap, right? There was obviously that statue that turned things to rust,
Mm.
Yes.
and there was like a random skeleton in there as well. She
Yeah,
killed.
that was standing on the ceiling.
That was standing on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Killed. And then you didn't really step into that room because it was
Owynn had an awful premonition
Bad.
about some shit going on.
about losing his braces. Yeah. Alright. Oh, and one thing I totally forgot is Mickey's birthday boon.
Oh
Yay!
Yes, so Mickey, you
Is it a free pass on dying ones?
sorry, it's 3 casts of Mouse Minute Meteors.
Ooh, nice. Okay, I like that. Thank you.
So I'll add that
Can
to
you
your
put in
sheet.
chat? Sorry, I'd like to know what it is. Just
No,
Don't let his
yeah, I have to add it to this sheet. To her sheet. I will.
It's a wizard spell, right?
I think it's available to sorcerers. You're just very constrained, so you can take
Imagine
it.
if it wasn't.
But now you get 3 casts of it.
I'll cast it.
Yeah. Yeah, like Flint's got pretty good use out of it, so
Yeah, no, it's a nice spell for action economy.
So it takes an action to cast and then bonus action to fire off some meteors. And you
Up
get
to 2, yeah. They do 2d6 each in a 5-foot radius, so really, really nice.
Kim, are you keeping track of when we'll need to long rest and shit? Because I sure as hell aren't.
When you'll need to long rest?
Yeah, like when we
As
get
in-
too tired and stuff.
Oh, yeah. It hasn't been nearly long enough. You need one long rest every 24 hours to avoid exhaustion.
It's just going to be halfway through a fight. You're now exhausted?
Oh shit.
Alright, so my assumption is that we want to head south down here, as in through the one door, and not through the way we... with the rusty man.
Yes, yeah, I think the same. I mean, there's plenty of places that we can go to explore, and we have no reason to pick any of them over the others, so may as well continue on the safest path.
Sure. Go gadget, May.
You got a mage hand now.
Major hand.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to take the
Immovable.
immovable rod back, assuming that I still have it. Do I have it?
Okay, that's fine. Mage hand, very good. Let's have a look here.
Should we just go to Carmen and be like, high five?
Yeah, I mean, your mage hand looks a bit different because a little elven spirit floats out and opens the door for you, rather than an actual spell. There you go.
I know.
So, ignore the map. I don't know why, when they put these torches, they make them lit, when they're apparently not lit at all.
Lit as fuck.
That's what I was thinking.
Right, 3 archways overlook a circular chamber where a spiral staircase descends into darkness. The staircase walls are lined with unlit torches. Unlit torches. In iron sconces, and set with niches containing mouldering humanoid skulls and bones.
Okay, so we've already gone downstairs, and then this is more descending.
Yeah, and you know there's a much bigger spiral staircase, like off to the east a bit, on the floor above you.
So would this, if we were going ground floor, this is like maybe -1, and then going maybe -2.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely goes down another floor.
Okay. Should we?
What about the stuff north?
We'd have to pass the statue.
Yeah,
North.
upstairs. There was like this
Upstairs.
whole.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's right. So this was sort of a secret door, by the way. This chamber.
I also get the feeling that down means we're closer to the end.
Shall we just go?
I think so. We need to, so I'm assuming May's going to go first, but Dragonbait should be within some feet of her.
We had
I
the marching
agree.
order, remember?
Yeah,
Yep.
but this one looks like it's going to be single passage.
Let me go first, and then May behind me.
Mhm.
So then May doesn't get killed.
Oh, it's not a big deal. Oh, because I'm attuned to a fairy lady, to be
Ain't
fair.
gonna keep you alive if you die in one hit.
True. Sorry, is it?
Should we find a single, do a single thingy marching order, single file marching order?
Yeah.
2?
If you want.
maybe?
Can ad hoc it for now.
Okay, I'll stand next to you, yeah.
Yes, that sounds like that.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fine.
that's how we need it. Yeah.
And then have someone there, and then, yeah, just...
There is a
one-
marching
one,
order
two,
in
one,
the
two, 1, 2.
way back way. I can't pin that.
Okay.
Oh, it turns off immediately. think Orvex was here. And then Ciel was up the front.
Yeah, but you guys are doing single file at the moment, right?
Gotcha. Yep.
What do you mean?
I guess it's more important that Dragonbait be third, so that his 10-foot radius carries to the front rather than to the back.
I agree.
So if it went Tili, May, Mr. Dragonbait,
Bait. Master bait.
yeah, and then maybe Orvex, followed by Carmen or Ciel.
I mean, you're just going through this little corridor at the moment, so...
Sure, sorry.
So the things were unlit, weren't they?
Yeah, they're unlit.
Does Smelly Face see any magic over my shoulder?
I don't know. Do you smelly face? No, Ciel. No, you don't see any magic.
Okay, let's start walking forward.
No,
Am I
Octopus.
okay? Am I okay to walk forward, May?
Uh-huh.
Okay. No. Kapow. On our right, there's a door, and on our left, there's a path. We don't have to go downstairs.
I want to do if I don't see anything immediately, right? With 18 perception, I mean.
I mean, you can't really see around the corner yet, right? You can only really see the staircase.
Okay.
I'll walk
Do I
here.
see anything where I'm standing now?
I beckon people to walk in, and I walk here.
Yep. So you can see over to the left there. That's left on the map anyway. That door. Again, it doesn't look locked or trapped. And Ciel, you cast your Eldritch Sight over it, and there's no magical aura on the door either.
Okay, and okay, so there's nothing over there. Although, I'd like to. It just seems like a really ominous-looking corridor. Can I check to see if there's a secret door at the end, please?
Absolutely.
But obviously, just I don't want to trigger any traps. Just warn me first. Do I see any traps?
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't see any traps along the way down this corridor. No.
I mean, this has to be like. I put this there at all? Yeah. Okay. Do I need to investigate?
You probably want to make either a perception check or an investigation check. Yeah.
Perception, please.
For a secret door.
Okay. Plus.
Okay. Nope, there's nothing that looks like it might be a secret door here. It just looks like the corridor just ends abruptly. You can investigate if you want by like putting your hands up on the wall, searching for seams or something like that.
DCL.
No. And there's no magic. No, see that wall is strictly non-magical. It feels solid to your touch. You don't notice anything.
Okay. All right. Can I hear anything down the stairs?
Oh,
This isn't a secret door, is it?
no, that's just a normal one.
It's secret if you're blind.
No.
Not a like strange whisper saying, "Come, Sam."
These sconces, are they just on this? They are around this entire corridor.
Staircase walls are lined with unlit torches. So it looks like, that central column that goes down there. There are torches like arrayed around it as you descend down the stairs, but then none of them are lit.
And there's nothing down either of these corridors then.
There's just the door at one end, and the other corridor just ends in a dead end.
Did you check? Okay, cool. Well, should we go down the one that looks to be... Do we want to open that one? Or do you want to go downstairs?
Let's check first.
Seems good.
Shall I mage hand it or?
Allow me! No.
I can from here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I might wait for a mate to sort of listen if there's anything behind it, in case we open it and there's some
It's probably
enemy.
a good shout. If you want to
Yeah.
step up and listen.
I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to...
Yeah.
Like,
Make a perception check.
18.
Okay, you hear the scratching of quill on parchment, and you hear a strange sort of pattering, like maybe
What?
tiny footsteps.
Oh, right.
Patrick.
There's something behind this door. Are you sure you want to go this way? Haven't we got an entire floor to explore upstairs?
Okay,
I think this is a good one.
stealth.
Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. Stealth, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to like hide around the corner and stuff then?
That sounds
Yes.
good idea.
You
I'm
pulling
gonna-
back, mate. You pulling back.
Oh wait, disadvantage.
Yep.
Like
2. Nice.
Here.
See how do you want to, like, maybe move a bit further away?
I'm just gonna
Because you
sort of
as loud as fuck, man.
peek around like this pillar. I just sort of,
Yeah. Okay. No, that makes sense.
and I'll look at the others, wait for her to be ready, and then mage hand the door carefully.
Okay, Tili, is that you standing at the front there?
Yeah.
Okay, I open it.
I'm just going to stand there.
Candles dimly illuminate a cluttered office. A skeletal songbird rasps at you from a filthy cage in one corner. Other furnishings include a wooden writing desk and a tall-backed chair. Anatomical drawings sketched in charcoal hang on the wall behind the desk. Seated in the chair is the shriveled corpse of a humanoid wearing mouldy robes and a bronze mask sculpted to look like a frowning visage. Around the figure's neck hangs a black skull-shaped amulet, and a number of severed hands crawl on the desk and floor around him.
Don't touch
Oh,
it.
that triggers my arachnophobia.
The figure at the desk, as you open the door, you see he's hunched over, scoring something in a book. He looks up as the songbird sort of screeches and sees you, Tili, standing there. And just squints a bit. Hello. What have we here? That's a halfling.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes, a pleasure. What brings you to my little corner of this tomb?
I was having a game of football outside, and I kicked my ball in here, and I was just trying to retrieve it.
What's football?
Football Okay. He narrows his eyes a bit and looks around, like, quite confused. Jests. You must excuse me, I'm not familiar with halfling customs. From where do you hail?
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. That's a name I haven't heard in some time. A majestic, regal metropolis. Do you have what's the situation like? Excuse me. He waves some of his hands away a bit as they're crawling over at his desk, and picks up a sheaf of parchment, and just like flickers through them a bit. Goes to some bookcases and rummages around. Please go on. Tell me of the news from Neverwinter.
It's in ruin. It's been invaded by dragons. They're burning the city down to the ground.
Really? Fascinating. Burning Neverwinter. Is a city of that size, does it not have protectors who can deal with some pesky dragons?
They're certainly trying to, but these dragons are ancient. We don't know where they came from.
Dragons. Truly astounding. He's still rummaging around a bit. And what news of Chult? I assume you've travelled through the jungle to reach this place, this hidden place.
No, we flew on the back of a giant eagle's.
Ah, giant eagles. Truly, you're a marvel. You know nothing then of the larger situations in Chult. You passed straight over it.
No.
Came directly here.
I didn't realise there were larger situations. It just looked like a nice place to play some football.
Another jest. A pity. Yes, well, let me see. What were your stealth checks? By all means, let your companions come out. I would love to talk to them too.
Oh no, you don't want to look at them. They are not a sight to see. I don't think you have the constitution to witness their horror.
Tili, that's so mean.
Oh, who is that? Another lady's voice.
Oh no, don't mind her. She suffers from a.
Come out, dear. Your visit can't possibly be as horrifying as mine. Don't be shy. Oh, is that an elf?
I'm
no.
half human, actually.
Yes, half. Of course. And where do you hail from? Young lady.
Not really a name for where I come from. I've just always called it home. Does that mean anything to you?
Home? Yes, I'm familiar with the word, yes.
It's really far east. That's
East?
really far east. I've never went.
And are you part of this halfling's football team?
I just look at two like, yes.
Yeah, you can insight, but at disadvantage because you're hiding. You can't see his face or anything. You can only hear him.
Yeah.
Two. He seems generally just like trying to get to know you.
He seems
Hi, football.
way too friendly.
Tili footballs. We all football.
It seems I've been away from the world for quite some time. I'm not sure I understand these manners of speaking, but so do you know perhaps anything about this? Do you have any tidings from Chult, or perhaps Neverwinter is beset by dragons, though it is?
Again, looking at Tili like, what Tili said.
Pity.
Yeah,
Yes.
May as well be put in a position where she's supposed to speak or lie, and she just say as little as possible. Tili's the football leader, and over to you, Tili. Oh,
I
what's
must-
that over there? Penny?
Yes, I'm sure I heard more than just 2 pairs of footsteps, but the rest of your friends seem very shy.
Oh yeah, they're not as well versed in speech as most people because they're a bit stupid. So I doubt you'd be able to understand their ramblings.
I see. Really, I would love to talk to them. Are you sure none would... Hello? Hello out there? Anyone? I'm very eager to meet you all. No? Artis is looking at you all kind of like...
We must be a shined bunch of individuals.
It's just so
like,
unusual.
just Tili, and I'm like, why is he here? Ask him some questions. Like,
Yeah, I must apologise for intruding on you, but this is quite an interesting place. Would you mind letting me know who you are?
Oh, me? Oh, no one. A humble custodian. You can call me Withers. Yeah, you want to peek around the corner, Ciel? With your... Yeah? Okay.
You have to know
So, yeah, so whereabouts... I mean, yeah. Like, you can kind of, like, stand in the middle a bit. It's not... You don't have to occupy the full 5 feet.
Okay.
You can definitely, like... here or something, peek around. But because of that like atrocious stealth roll, you're very conspicuous when you do this. Like you kind of try to lean on the wall and peek around, but you miss it completely and just like fall in front of Tili as you do so. You do get a good look as you pick yourself back up and look down into the room. Would he have anything? So the amulet he's wearing, this skull, a black skull-shaped amulet, gives off a very strong magical aura. I think necromancy.
Awesome, of course.
Oh.
like keeping him alive, maybe.
Well,
Same
hello there.
ask.
Yes. Oh, wonderful. One of you decided to show up after all. Another lady. Is this a wandering female football team? They've found their way to my doorstep. Lucky me indeed.
Nice amulet, by the way.
This? Oh, a trinket, nothing more. Don't concern yourself with my amulet. But what of you? Where are you from?
He seems eager to
Why are
know
you
where
here?
people are from.
You see, I don't get out much of this tomb. I do wish to know about the world outside.
Why don't you go out and explore it yourself?
It's a bit complicated.
Why?
Well,
complicated?
I have a duty, let's say, and it would not be fitting for me to wander outside the tomb.
What is his duty?
Yeah, what's your duty?
Just custodianship. You no doubt met my my colleagues, my workers in the other room.
Yeah, they're very friendly. They'll let us through.
Yes. I'm sure they did. So my workers and me, we, keep the place tidy. But please, less about me. I'm not very interesting. Just a humble custodian.
I'd like to know more about you.
Oh, please, you flatter me, but what could I possibly offer? You have seen the whole wide world.
Not really, we just play football around places and eat together and play Monopoly.
It's all about those unusual football games.
So for some time now, his mannerisms have been a little less animated, and you can see now that you can't see, but like behind his mask, he seems to be talking through clenched teeth. At your constant deflections and jests. A pity. You've given me some lively conversation, but you've seen quite enough, so I'm afraid it's time for you all to die.
Well, I was about to say that to you.
Well, that was fun while it lasted, eh?
So, roll initiative, guys.
Damn, I thought we were going
We
to
knew
get somewhere.
that was coming.
That's probably one of my favourite introductions to a combat.
Withers. Fun guy.
Damn! Jesus!
Oh, everyone, including Withers, just. Wait, where's Ciel standing? Can you just stick her on a hex?
Yeah, I'll stick her.
There.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
I need to remember what I can actually do.
It's been so long.
Oh, were we talking for at least a minute, Kim?
Yeah, I'd say
Can
so.
I use Know Your Enemy then?
Absolutely.
What's that?
It's a nice little ability. Yeah.
Spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside combat. You can learn certain information about its capabilities compared to your own. The DM tells you the creature is your equal, superior, or inferior in regard to 2 of the following characteristics of your choice: Strength, Dex, Con, AC, HP, total class levels, fighter class levels.
So 2 of your choice of those.
Yes. I don't know what's... So it's compared to my own, isn't it?
Yes.
So I suppose AC? Should we do AC and current HP? Don't really give a shit about its level, surely.
I think HP is more useful than AC because we tend to figure out AC as we fight, really, don't we?
We can figure it out straight away. No,
Yeah,
it's,
I mean-
I get 2. I can find out 2 things.
2, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, like
why not?
resistances is quite useful for magic users. So.
I don't think I find resistances.
No. Strength, Dex, Con, AC, current HP, total class levels, or fighter class level. Those are
Right.
it.
Like class levels, yeah.
Why would that be useful? Say it's super high.
Spell
super-
levels.
But what are we going to do with that information?
Well,
Treat it any
that's,
differently?
that's why I said that it's good for spellcasters, because we can guess whether or not they have certain spells or not, like counterspell.
Isn't Counterspell only level 2?
Level 3.
It's
I
okay.
think
Though.
it's-
Like I'm the only spellcaster. I think that is purely spellcaster. So you do what's useful for most.
I'm going
makes most
AC
sense.
and HP.
Okay.
AC and HP.
Yeah.
Okay, his AC is inferior to yours, and his HP is also inferior to yours.
Cool. Let's blitz him.
Going down.
Okay, well, yeah, I think the Crawling Claw gets to act first. Oh, they did some.
Go on.
It is some performance.
Oh, that's a mad idea.
Yeah, look, the pings work like instantaneously. Crazy.
Did they not do that before?
It took fucking ages.
You'll see
How is performance for you, Ciel, Nina?
Oh, wow, delayed.
Still delayed.
How am I
Not-
gonna hear myself and everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lower.
Lower. Okay. So this claw will go up here and then crawl onto the ceiling, onto the wall, and then go here. Huh.
I'll go before Dragon Bait if that's alright.
That's fine.
I was also going to ask if it's okay for me to go first before Tili.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and Ciel, where do you want to go in this list of Mage, Dragon Bait, and you?
I'm okay where I am.
Okay, we go. Okay, so it's gonna
actually,
die.
can I go after May? Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, before Dragon.
Yeah, because
me,
he's
yeah.
behind.
Okay, that's where it gets. May, you're up. You can see this little hand. Sorry, let me put you on a hex, Ciel. There you go. It's this little hand, yeah, just scrabbling across the floor towards you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna fire a normal crossbow. Without hiding. I know that seems odd, but I prefer to end my turn hiding. But does it really matter in this particular fight? Nah, fuck it. Okay, as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Fuck this. Right, whatever.
Are you firing at the claw?
Oh, sorry. I can't even see anything.
Firing at this thing, running across the floor straight towards you.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Did it see me then?
Didn't know you can sneak attack if you want. It's dead. Super dead. It just explodes into this pink mist.
I should have aimed it at the stupid guy. Well, whatever.
Damn it. I should have
go.
told you to do that. Bloody door.
Am I? No, I'll move over here for the sake of it. I'm not hidden anyway, so right. I'm just making myself a sandwich at some, but fried.
You left the
Ciel, then, what do you do?
Does it take an extra 5 to go through Tili?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. In that case, I'll stand here.
Kill him. I did, like, blitz him.
Actually, no.
Blitz.
Just go here. And I'll use my Eldritch Blast on the big dude.
Sure. Can you do it with the spellbook? See if it works.
Okay.
Just for my own benefit. And then you should be able to just click him twice if you want to target him with both your beams.
Oh, damn it. Assistance token. Cost it. There we go.
So the 8 misses, but the 16 hits. So if you click roll damage once, that should roll the damage.
That is so cool.
Hello, beam.
10 points damage. Wait, let me see if there's resistance. That's force damage, right? Yeah, okay. Literally no one's resistant to force damage, I don't think. So there you go. The beam strikes him in the chest as he whips around with a book in his hand, flipping through the pages, as he, uttered his words about you having to die. But you've definitely got the drop on him. Are you moving anywhere else?
No. Actually, let me just move one more hex here. Is it moving? There we go.
Okay.
Dragon Beto!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oops. So he's going to run there, charging forward as always, and fire his longbow. Yeah. Hit. Just update his arrows. Do it afterwards. Okay. Alright, yeah. So the arrows thunder into Withers. He doesn't seem particularly particularly worried about them. They're just kind of sticking out of him. He doesn't cry out or anything. They just stick there. And as he runs past, you get this whiff of ham. Alright.
Alright.
I step out
Yeah.
and I want to cast a spell. I don't know.
Okay. He does not have counterspell.
Okay, so like, Carmen steps out, looks down the hallway, sees him for real this time, because last time it was too dark, so she couldn't really see him. So he's got a lot of paper on the desk.
Yes, he's surrounded with paper, sheaths, bookcases.
Okay, so she's lifting her finger to fireball, and then she's like, and then she changes it last second to hypnotic pattern because she realizes maybe there's some information that we want.
Okay, sure. You're gonna drag out your hypnotic pattern.
How do I?
It should be in the spells.
Oh my god, I'm disconnected again.
No, you're still there. Can hear you.
Oh.
Laura that went.
Oh, okay.
Laura, don't worry.
Okay.
I think you actually have. I think you only used one level 3 slot. I think you should still have one left. It's just that I was
Oh,
testing the script, and I think.
That's bread.
okay.
Whoa!
How fancy that is. That is so
God, that
fancy.
looks beautiful.
I got a fucking ear. Look at this. Look at this shit.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
Okay, so I think since you can't see anything, I'm just gonna fire it like that, and hope that hands can see hypnotic patterns.
Let me see. Are they immune to charm? They are.
Should have figured, but she doesn't know. She's
doesn't
gonna
know.
fireball it, and she just last minute decided not to. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's a learning experience. Make sure you give you. Yeah, you did already. Okay, great. So that's a wisdom save from Withers. I think that beats your DC, right?
yeah, mine's 15. So yeah, and then she just steps out.
Okay, yep. So there's a flash of crackling lights, like fireworks almost, that just appear in the air, and Withers just kind of blinks and then goes back to flicking through his pages. Tili, you're up.
So, nobody's apart from Ciel has managed to hurt him.
No. Yeah, so Ciel hurt him. You can't really tell how much damage Dragonbait did. He just didn't seem particularly upset about it.
Oh, this is annoying. Well, I'd say blitz him. We should blitz him. But now I'm going to have to go in and dodge, otherwise he'll cast on his map. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just stand here actually. Yeah. And then I suppose I'll dodge.
Okay. have this crawl and claw then. Crawl over to you. It climbs up onto you and starts like reaching for your neck, Tili, like scrabbling at it. It gets a 13 though, so you just like throw it down to the ground. Then withers. I didn't actually think he would get a turn, so.
It shouldn't have. It shouldn't have got a turn.
He's got quite high initiative, and since obviously Carmen panicked and didn't cast like fireball or something. Also, I cast it on the stupid little claw, so
Yep.
yeah. My bad. I would have seen it and gone, oh! And gone.
That's fair enough.
Indeed.
I was gonna maybe web as well, but I knew Tili was gonna run in, and then that would be less helpful. I didn't know where she wanted to position herself, so.
Okay.
I think we should kill him as soon as possible before he does something mental.
Yeah.
Because even like we don't have the luxury of keeping people alive. If we can, then whatever. But he looks like a spellcaster, so kill him.
How much health do you have? Tili?
Full health. 67.
No, but what's... Okay, right. Okay, so he has less than that.
Yeah. So that's why. Yeah. You could have blitzed.
Yeah. So he snaps to attention, utters an incantation, and a roaring wall of fire appears down the entire length of the corridor. Let me see here. No, it just goes in a line. Stops at the stairwell there. Up to 60 feet long. Yeah, okay, great.
That's fun.
I don't have... Just...
Should only hit 2 people, right?
Yeah, it probably goes here. Yeah. So that's a really good wall of fire now.
Wait, it stays.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a wall. Fire.
Yep. It's a vague description.
No, I know. I mean, yeah, it's there, and it's burning with intense fury.
Does it occupy the full 5 feet? Is it 5 feet wide?
It's 1 foot thick, but the heat, you can feel it from where you are. Tili. It's like unbearable. It's like singeing you, scorching your skin. You can't stand there for much longer.
But it's harder than my mixtape.
What then your football skills?
Not harder than that. No.
Okay, so Ciel, Dragonmate need to make dex saves.
You can do it! I believe in you! Wait, doesn't he give you aura thing? How much does he give you?
Yes. So your saves are you have advantage because of his magic resistance aura. So 10, which still fails.
Well, Ciel.
It's just what you get for armor. I totally feel you.
Yeah,
Sunday
alright,
session.
Constitution save. So, like fucking plus how much? Shitloads.
Okay. So you take 29 points of fire damage, Ciel.
Masturbate. Masturbate's got like 100 health.
Dragon Bait will make his dex save with advantage, which he succeeds, so he takes half of that, which is 14.
It's a pretty high roll. 29.
He's a very high roll, yeah. Way above average. Okay. And then he is going to... What?
What are you doing?
Sorry, these guys have like huge bounding boxes. Pain in the ass.
Does
Right
that
over
wall
here.
just stay there?
Oh shit.
Yep, it's there, burning.
Sorry, I didn't do this.
The dodge, yeah, thank you. Alright, Owynn.
So I've just seen this huge wall erupt. I'm gonna move forward a little bit. Do I reckon? I'm gonna have to go here. Ah, right. So that is just a
That's
straight
scorching
line
you right now.
down us. Is it?
Yeah.
Does that mean basically I'm just gonna take damage?
You. Yeah, if you stay there, you will. And if you try to run through the wall, you will also take damage. If you stay there, it's the heat is palpable. You can like see the moisture evaporating off you as you get close to steam.
I guess the point is, if I'm going to take damage regardless, then I'll try and run through it, presumably.
Yeah, you can do that for sure. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything in. Can I? Is it as soon as you move into it? So I'd be here, presumably, and I wouldn't get the advantage on the save before I have to make my throw, or would I be able to be in it?
If you're running through the wall, you don't make a save. You only make a save when it first appears. You just take the damage regardless.
So I'll take full damage.
Yes, you'll take 5d8. Yep.
If it was, how tall is it? Is it occupying the entire
Yes.
ceiling?
Yeah.
It is a wall.
Yeah. It's more than high enough for this.
Oh dear.
I don't have a lot of time to think. I think Owynn would. No, he has to get through. Do you want to roll for damage then?
Wait for Undrill's turn, get her to spell the magic. And then
28 points of fire damage.
Points.
it's just once, right?
So that would be.
You
10,
grit your teeth
15.
and head into the flames. Your ears are just filled with the sound of roaring as your skin burns. You can smell your own hair.
Oh fuck.
That's a bad smell.
30,
You're gonna be a bald monk.
30 is.
Oh no.
I assume you're like flying over dragon bait. You don't take the extra movement.
Oh really?
I assume you will.
I can occupy the same space as this crawling hand.
Oh, these are size tiny, so I think you could anyway. Yeah.
So I'm then going to attack him
Protect your balls.
with my quarterstaff first.
Okay.
Bam.
Hit. 7 points of bludgeoning.
Does he have to make he's concentration?
Yes, he is concentrated. So he makes that save.
Ugh.
I'm then going to hit him with my fist. I don't think it makes too much.
Quiet.
Hit. These are magical fists now, right?
Magical.
These are magical. Okay, so 4 points of bludgeoning and another concentration check.
Could I also impose stun on that one?
Yeah, is that a wisdom save?
That is stunning strike.
Con save.
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so he already failed his concentration check, and I'll do the save for stun. Which he also fails. So there goes the wall. Yeah.
Okay.
He is stunned.
I am going to take a key point to take the dodge action.
Fair enough.
It didn't actually give me the option to.
No, it sent it to me. I don't know if you had your token selected.
I did. Actually, yeah, no, I did. Because it did the green dot.
That's fine. I can do it.
Yeah, do it. And then that'll be my turn.
Okay, great. Yeah, so...
Should I move to the side so you can see that there's a hand underneath?
Sure.
Well, no, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, so as quickly as it started, there's like relief as the scorching heat just fades away immediately. Almost immediately. Undrill. She starts running over, asking what in the blazes is going on. She rounds the corner, and just sees a bunch of like crawling hands. So she's gonna sacred flame one of them. Okay, it misses. Alright. Artus. You can't see anything from there, so you will. No, he'll just ready an action. These claws are gonna try to run up and attack you, Owynn. So 17.
I think I'm currently on 20.
20, yeah. This one is coming for you, Tili. 20.
Has a plus 3. Yeah, parry.
Parry, yeah, okay, go for it. Ooh.
Oh, that's some scary damage there. Ooh. One
Launches
plus
at you
one.
and you just smack it out of the air.
Fuck me.
Oh, you think I'll be able to do damage back to it? 11.
Yeah, I know. That's a miss.
This one's at you, Owynn. 8. This one was also at you, Owynn. 21.
9, because I'm dodging.
9. Yeah.
9.
Okay, this one's dead. Okay, wait, you're up.
Oh, all these people are watching. What?
Me.
Yay, it's my turn. God. I think I'm hidden here. Yep, looks like it. From him, I mean. From dude.
Yeah.
How many people are in the way? Oh fuck it, it doesn't make too much difference.
Okay.
I think if you're firing at the dude, you have advantage on him anyway. Done.
Because he's stunned, yeah.
Oh, it's about cover I'm talking about, so. I mean, I would
Maybe gets
hope
processed.
I would have with a 16.
Doesn't matter. You got
Probablemente.
You get
Oh,
advantage.
lol. That probably hits, right?
Oh, you're using your serpent. Yeah, that hits. Even with cover.
I just clicked it. Has anything happened?
No, it might just be slow.
That's why I don't want to click it again, but...
Just click it again. It's fine.
Okay, good. There we go.
Okay, Constitution save, unless he's immune to poison.
That's a fail.
Fail.
Because it's on my dex, right?
No, it's DC 11. It's,
Oh,
it's
sorry,
the
yeah, it's
type,
con,
the type
sorry,
of
sorry.
poison itself.
Still
has
fails.
Still fail. And that's a magical weapon.
Oh, I'm thinking of... Oh, fuck, I'm thinking of my boon. My bad.
Ah, yes.
Oh, she's
All
enjoying
right.
that, even though it's freezing cold. How much damage is that then? A shitload, right? That's 27.
Yes, a considerable amount of damage. He just barely grunts. He can't really do much except speak falteringly. He keeps like kind of... His hands are shaking as he tries to flip through the pages of his book.
Okay, I'm gonna stand. Okay.
No avail.
Carmen can do her thing.
Okay, Ciel, what are you doing?
My turn. Gonna move in, I guess. Let's go here. Oh, he's far away. Okay, I'll just use my sword on this thing in front of me.
Yep, go for it.
Bye
Hits.
then.
Yeah, okay. Roughly 1 billion damage. Is dead. Just sliced in twain immediately. And then burning, I suppose. Well,
So I still have 5 feet movement?
more than that.
No.
10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you've got another 15 feet movement.
Okay, I'll move in here. Move forward. One more X.
Okay.
There we go.
No problem. Dragon Bait will launch into the fray. I guess I got to keep the page up with the reference for his smells because it's really hard to describe what he does without knowing his various smells. We'll go with ham for now. Going ham right now. Okay, that's a hit. Additional radiant damage. Absolutely annihilates. Smote into the ground. Nothing but dust remaining. And then the second one, also similarly smote with absolute prejudice. Right.
Bloody hell, Master Bait. So strong.
Alright, Carmen, you're up.
Okay, well, Carmen was like calculating how she's gonna shoot the ones that she saw. She steps out and just swears that they did.
Again.
Oh my god! She moves here, and she's going to magic missile. I think
there's support for that in the spellbook if you want to use it.
Okay. I think she's gonna go for the big guy just because he has to die first. Magic missile. Level 1. And then
You gotta click that button and it'll select your token first, sorry. There you go. There you go.
okay. And then let me see, 5, 10. Just go
7. 7 points of damage. Okay, he's dead. The missiles fly unerringly, one after another, slamming into his completely immobile body. And as the third one hits, his knees fall out from underneath him as his body goes limp, and whatever the key was that was keeping him locked in place no longer needed. And he topples down to the ground.
Who's the superior fire mage wizard and sorcerer? I don't know.
Alright, Tili.
Okay. Miss?
Miss, yeah. Hit. Okay, dead.
The one on Owyn's balls, would that have cover?
Yeah, it has cover from his huge balls.
I'll attack those ones then.
Okay.
Balls.
It's a hit. Oh dear. Okay, that's also dead. And there's one crawling claw left, but honestly, these guys have a CR of 0, so we'll just say that Owynn smushes it, just stomps it onto the ground.
Huge balls mash it.
You just kneel.
Yeah. Couldn't take this
What's
supreme.
actually
blow.
still alive? Benny.
Uh,
right. Okay, they're all gone. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
they're not.
Can't see so many X's. Right.
Yeah, I know, these guys. Actually, let me move them out of the way for now, because they're kind of a bit annoying.
Could Owynn, without touching it, look over the book that he was flicking through continuously?
Absolutely. Let me just give you your XP first, and then...
Is it
A
enough
million.
for that? That's the question. I think we just leveled him.
Not a million, actually.
2 million.
7.
Oh, sorry, Tili. I saw that horrible little. I thought it was like a spider or something. I had to shoot it.
Well, next time, don't.
Oh.
Smelly face and giant nuts.
You called me smelly face before. You mean fat? I'm fatty. I expect.
Alright, let's have a look at that book he was holding. Okay. So you just kind of look over it. It seems like it's open on a page as it crumpled down to the ground. You glance over it and it seems to be full of just arcane scrolls, symbols you don't recognize.
Okay. Could I get probably Ciel and then could be a magic book, but is it also like his mage book? Is it also magical / cursed?
Right. Yeah. You call over Ciel and Carmen.
Alright, I'll walk over carefully. And maybe I might even mention, like, did you see how I didn't burn all this paper? I mean,
That was actually smart.
That was very, very good. Well, good shot calling there, Carmen. Great choices.
like really proud because she would have usually just gone like, whatever, more fire, more fun. But you know, we're in the Tomb of Annihilation.
I think it was clutch.
I know, right?
I think this room's too small to contain Carmen's head right now.
It's like banging her head on the walls right now. Okay, so I guess I want to help go through all the paper and just like read stuff and see if there's anything that is useful to us that might reference the tomb itself, and perhaps any sort of magic that could be useful. So I guess.
Yeah.
Is it investigation?
Sorry, just do Ciel's bit first because
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
you're asking about the magic.
Right.
Calmness. Yes, so the book he was holding is not magical. You know, obviously the runes inscribed kind of flare with a bit of arcane energy, but like the book itself is non-magical. The amulet obviously is still has magic. There is a book on the table which is giving off a magical aura. I guess transmutation. Probably, yeah.
It's another hand. It's not a book.
Mimic or something.
And then yes, you can make your investigation check, Carmen, if you want to investigate. What are you investigating? The whole office, or just that book?
Mainly like papers and things because like I managed to not burn them, so I'm like,
Yeah, okay.
time to actually investigate and find out how absolutely useful this move was.
Sure, absolutely.
Owynn would definitely try and help you with this because, like, he thinks this is a font of knowledge.
Okay. Shit.
They're all books and scrolls and stuff. Oh, this is exciting.
She probably loses interest really quickly. Like, oh, this is just paper. There's a lot of writing. I can't be bothered to read all of it.
So, on the inside back cover of the spellbook is what appears to be a name, Kamara Blackfire.
Does that mean anything to anyone?
Make a history check. It means absolutely nothing to you.
Does Artus know about it? He's a worldly man.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You call Artus in, you know, kind of wanders in. You know, dusting his hands off. Good job, guys. Good job. Very well executed.
Did he do
Fearless
anything
as
in the
ever,
fight?
Dragonbait. No, he did nothing. He was like fucking that guy from Sailor Moon.
Tuxedo mask.
Tuxedo mask. And then you give him the name Kamara Blackfire, and he thinks for a moment. No, sorry, doesn't ring any bells.
Not in any because you've heard a lot about Asarak, right? So this isn't in like one of his lieutenants.
No, I don't believe so.
Does this, and point out the amulet, look or sound like anything of legend?
Hmm.
Because it could be what
That's
kept
fair.
this guy
Alive.
living,
Yeah, the amulet.
or it could be like a communication device.
Hmm. Let's have a look here.
Do we know what type of magic it was, Ciel?
On the amulet was necromancy, I think.
So it'd be more likely to be a keep him alive as opposed to, or undead.
So it's carved from obsidian. It's shaped like a screaming humanoid skull with ruby eyes and emeralds for teeth.
Wow.
The chain it hangs from looks like it's iron.
I remember this description from somewhere. I've heard this, seen this. Ruby eyes and emeralds for teeth. Yeah. I can't remember what from. It was a skull.
Could we like study it? Like have a short break and study it?
Is there? If you study something that's cursed, will you get cursed by studying it?
No, you usually only get cursed by things you're attuned to, and then you can't break the attunement because it's cursed.
Okay.
But I don't know if you would know that.
The book that was magical on the desk, does that have like a title to it?
Okay.
First of all, that was, did Artus know anything about an item like this?
About that skull amulet? No, he doesn't.
Okay, fine.
He says it looks like it would fetch a pretty penny, but he's definitely not heard or seen anything like this. Looks rather ominous.
Yep.
Is all he offers. Is Carmen the only one doing the looking around? Are we getting onto that later? I can check that other book for you, the one that was magical, the transmutation.
Owynn was helping me, but it didn't really do much because I rolled.
Oh, Owynn was helping. Okay. Yeah,
So-
good job.
It's just really bad.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. May, can you investigate this room? I guess you're not going to be interested in like the.
What am I looking for? No.
Okay. So the book on the table, you're trying to work out what it is, Owynn.
Yep.
Okay.
I need to know what I'm
Flip it
investigating
open.
for.
Take a peruse over the contents. See if you can work out what it is. It's got some strange sort of diagrams in it, almost like anatomical diagrams.
Was
You
he?
take 21 points of psychic damage.
I think I'm down.
So you watch as Owynn picks up the book, flicks through it, and then suddenly he starts seizing up and shaking. The book clatters to the ground, and he just keels over with a trickle of blood coming out of his nose.
Wait, which book is this?
The one that was on the table, that was magical.
Just
Damn.
as a. That's fine. That's fine.
Somebody stabilize him.
Owynn like runs over. What the hell happened? She like runs down next to him. She'll probably just heal you.
Owynn,
Okay.
what the
Do I-
heck? What was that?
Okay, so she just heals you for 11 points.
That bad, bro? No, that's fine.
You feel like you've got as you come back to consciousness with your companions crowding around you, Undril's hand on your chest. You have like just a horrible headache. Like it's really awful. I don't think you've ever been hungover because you're a good little monk, so you have nothing really to reference. But yeah, it feels bad. You have like a splitting headache.
Does it feel like it would ever go away?
You hope so. You have no idea.
Yeah, fair enough. And I'm just like, man, there was pictures of naked people in there. Jesus Christ!
Eh?
Don't look at it. It's got very sensitive material on it. I would not
What are you
class
talking
this
about?
as
It just makes me want to look at
safe
it
for
more.
adventuring.
But it clearly hurt you.
No, it's.
Did you get like a nosebleed or something? Is that why?
That's one of the orifices I was bleeding out of.
What?
I thought you were a man.
I mean, it could have been ears as well. Like, there are,
God damn it, me.
beyond the fact that I took a lot of damage, was there anything actually interesting in it? And is it magical still?
Yes, hello?
It's still magical. The magic hasn't been expelled. Ciel, as you cast your Eldritch Sight over it again. But you were unable to decipher any of it.
Okay, so we could try and remove curse on this. Presumably, it might be it'd be either a curse or a magical item.
Yeah, you could try to remove curse.
I think Undrill, does she have it prepared?
She does have it prepared.
Does she fancy giving it a go?
Is it actually the curse that?
Yeah, I mean, remove curse is usually just to allow you to break a cursed item.
Yeah,
It doesn't actually dispel a curse from a cursed item. So she would know that.
So it's unlikely that it's cursed because I'm not attuned to it.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so do we have any magical dispels?
You've got dispel magic. Yeah, Undra has dispel magic as well, I think.
Okay, so she could
Yep.
take ritual cast it?
No, that's detect magic. That's a ritual. Dispel magic's going to require a 3rd level slot.
So I'm feeling pretty weak and shitty. It would be great if you could investigate to see how secure this location is. I don't think you're going to be interested in the papers. Maybe we can spend some time in the morning or whatever. My thought was we could take a long rest here. There's one entrance that we could block. I don't know how everyone's feeling, but we're going to probably have to rest down here once. And this is as good a place as any if it's actually secure.
Yeah. As long as there are no more exploding books, yeah.
Yeah, it's just full of pornography.
Don't touch any of the books.
If somebody's good with like what CL said, it was transmutation magic, then they could probably read it.
Well, if we sleep, then Undro could dispel the magic from it, which means that we could then potentially look at it if it works. But my point is that we're getting down on spell, like our powers.
I'm not the best person to judge, because I don't cast any spells anyway. So if people are feeling drained, then
well, it's like how drained, because we keep on taking short rests because we get quite a bit, of benefit from it. But at some point, everyone will want to be long rested because the further we go in, the more drained we'll be.
You
could just say tired.
Tired.
Or we could say drained.
I'm not tired right now, but I mean, maybe in a few hours, I wouldn't mind. But this seems like a gooder place. It's a shame there are no beds, isn't there? Where does the guy sleep?
We could just like go, this is a good place. We can come back here if we know it's secure.
What's Carmen CL think?
I'm still pretty okay to go a little bit further, but again, we don't really know if there's anything ahead that'll allow us to just take our time. So,
what's your judgment then? Do you think that we should stay or
should we go?
At least a short rest.
Well, short rest does nothing for me, so I don't.
So I can heal Owynn and myself because we both took damage.
She can use Pax.
Yeah. use my pack slots now. And if you do take a long rest, if you take a long rest, then I don't have to use it.
Yeah, so she could use 2 pack slots now, and then short rest, and she's got 2 more, and they're level 2. So you could
I think it's a
get
good
a lot of
place for us
health back.
to
Short rest, long.
good place for us to come back to.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
that's
just think
fine.
as long as we don't go too far, I think we could. I mean, I suppose is our aim to like find all the tombs and maybe especially the tombs that we established had useful spirits, if you know what I mean, or are we gonna just try to beeline as quickly as possible to the source?
I think the tombs. I think that'll give us the best.
I mean, I liked Carmen's suggestion earlier that we just make sure that everything is sort of cleared out slowly, rather than just going straight there. Because if there's something that catches us from behind, something that we didn't take care of earlier, that could be our downfall.
Since we have,
Plus,
as
everything is exciting.
Tilly said earlier, we don't know any directions at the moment. So picking one and going in it is we can't infer which one's to the end and which one's to the next tomb. We may as well just explore.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping a map of all this, Mr. Cartographer?
I've
Dr. Orbit. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, by Mr. Cartographer, I'm referring.
If Orvex is a man what can, then that would be great. But otherwise,
I think that since obviously now we don't have what's it called, the special fog of war, I might actually have to start drawing out the map physically because I don't have a notepad here. I left it somewhere. Because I don't
remember it.
Well, yeah, it's because it's again, and also we're downstairs now, so anything that we saw upstairs, I don't think we'll be able to see anymore.
Okay.
But it'd be useful just to have a little. I might just do a little. It has to be something online that you can make like a map.
Just search for Tomb of Annihilation map. Someone's drawn it for you.
You know, like something that I can make a really, really basic sort of
Just a notepad, sure.
like flow chart. You know, with but a notepad I might run out of space.
Visio.
I don't have Visio.
So I do think we should short rest just because I would like to get some heals for sure. I think it might be worthwhile trying to dispel the magic. Well, how does Undriel feel about all this? She fairly topped up.
She's still coursing with the power of Torm.
Okay.
So she's okay with dispelling it, but she kind of thinks it's a waste of time and that they should push on and leave cursed, foul artifacts where they lie.
Okay, so we don't ask for her opinion again.
Okay. I think we should short rest. So do you wanna use your pack slot?
Yeah, my pack
Short
slot.
rest.
Okay. And during that time, can I ask Artus to see if there's anything interesting within the writings, because he's probably the only other one and Orvex actually, the two of them might be interested in this, just specifically to stay clear of the book.
You
that
ask-
one is yours, Owynn.
16 points of healing.
Probably
Which one was mine? Sorry.
16.
This 16.
I'll take this one.
Do I gain 16 points back, Kim?
Oh, yes, you do.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Max health was 10.
Yeah, it didn't reduce your max health by 21.
So
No.
pleased.
Yeah. Yeah. You get 14.
It seems like the kind of dickish thing that this author would have done then.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll use some hit die as well. If that...
Are you movable rod the door again? Well, I suppose it actually opens, so you can't do that.
Is there a way we could? That's still very okay. No. I guess not. We might be able to secure the wall, like pull it back, but
Yeah, best you can do is like barricade.
Yeah, sorry, I was just hoping that as we short rested, I know that might be it. I just thought Orvex and Artus might be interested in the papers that we failed to glean
Actually,
anything from.
you're absolutely right. Yeah, Orvex is 100% interested in all of this stuff. So because he immediately makes a discovery, like he was in the room and just kind of looking around, probably idly looking through stuff, not on the table, like in the bookcases while you guys were talking, and Ciel was healing and stuff. And he like kind of exclaims with glee that like all of these books and journals and stuff like track the entire history of Omu and the Tomb of the Nine Gods itself.
What the fuck were we doing? We were just like, oh, look on this floor, there's nothing here.
Yeah, I mean, Carmen got a really terrible investigation, and she was looking at the desk itself, and the rest of you never said you were interested in the bookcase and stuff.
Sure.
So, also there is still a skeletal songbird in the cage that's kind of just swearing at you all.
Oh,
At the moment. Yeah, it's like imagine a Yaga. I can't do justice to the voice.
I'm disconnected.
That sounds like Tili's best drinking companion.
Yeah.
Hello.
Let's talk to it then. No, Mickey's.
Hello.
Oh, she might
Oh,
be back.
I'm back.
There you go. Alright.
What's the bird saying?
It's just kind of squawking and saying intruders and go to hell.
Yeah, I
So
might
I've made a really
walk over.
a diagram. I put it on I don't know if hopefully you can share it. It's just a really basic diagram of essentially pathways.
Yeah.
Also I'll be able to explain like give a general description of what it is so we get a sense of roughly whereabouts it was. So T junction entrance, for example, is the very, very first bit, and then just I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the arrow is pointing downstairs.
Yeah. I don't know how to swap the arrows.
Yeah, I missed one thing. Even with that terrible investigation, you would have opened the drawers in the desk. So there's a fist-sized grey stone that radiates an aura of enchantment. When Ciel looks over it, it's in one of the desk drawers.
Okay. We could, during the short rest, we could take some time to look at the amulet that you had, and this grey stone.
Yeah. You want to learn the magical properties of these items?
Sure. This seems like an absolute gold mine so far.
Yeah.
I'm just like standing by the cage bullying the bird.
You're bullying it, did you say?
Yeah, just like talk back at it like, oh, well, this maybe it's your master's fault for being so shit. You want to get burned to the ground or something? Because you look like you're really dusty. Like, you could burn really bones. It's like, play with flames in front of it. Just like...
Jesus.
Like, what are you gonna do? Peck my eye. Oh, wait, you're in a cage. That kind of stuff.
I mean, it's not intelligent. It just kind of, as you approach it, it goes rock slag.
Can I keep it?
Yeah. I mean, you can just pick up the cage and take it along with you if you want. Yeah.
That
it's
would not
probably
do
gonna...
well for stealth.
Yeah, it's loud. Oh,
We
I
could,
thought it's
we could
intelligent.
eat it. We could roast it.
It's bones. It's literal bones.
Oh shit. Okay, fine.
It's just a skeletal bird. How does it talk
Yeah.
then? Is it just magic? It's like a...
Yeah, I mean, it's animated in some way. Yeah.
Stupid bird. Okay. Oh, you're just doing. I have to refresh and see.
So are we able to short rest then? Is that what we're doing next, or is there other people? Oh, is anyone else looking at stuff?
So you're short resting and trying to work out the magical properties of the stone and the amulet, and in general looking, just reading through the histories.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine, I think.
May want to do a quick check to make sure the room has only one entrance.
Yeah.
Say again, sorry.
Did you want to check over to make sure that there is only one entrance?
Oh, right. That's what you want me to look for. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Any secret doors? Any... I'll do a quick scan for 18, and then I'll do just the usual handsy stuff.
Okay. Yeah, this place definitely only has one entrance. Walls are smooth stone.
Do you go through every book, just pulling it back to see whether or not it opens a secret door?
Here we go. So, Orvex will point out this particular. He said, he's got a book in his hand. He's got several books, and like one of them, he leafs through and he just says, over here, you might find this interesting. He shows you this excerpt.
Oh, thank you. You've written it out.
Sheds some light on what's been happening here, what happened after Asarak slew the 9 gods.
Well, that's a bit scary.
So I'm guessing
Okay,
we're
so-
gonna fight some undead thing at the end.
You
I
sound
think your
distant.
mic's gone. Oh, it's good. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was saying. So I guess we're gonna kill some undead thing in the end, or attempt to.
So it's whoever. I mean, the soulmonger. Maybe that's what they're referring to. This.
Yeah. So he's like collecting the souls to revive some sort of monster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Needed to.
So that's why he wanted people to stop going in here to like stop people from attempting to slay it prematurely.
Yeah, interfere with it, yeah.
Can you chuck the excerpt into the journal, please? Someone.
I can probably do that easier. The Sown Sisters. Now, and the device needed to feed it. That sounds like the things next door. But Sown, because they were stitching this thing together, wasn't it, with flesh?
Yeah,
They
kind
were
of.
Female, and it doesn't seem quite right. It just sounds like.
I don't think that's what he's talking about.
I would tend to agree this is more ominous and it leads to something else. But I wonder if this is this is what feeds the. I don't know. You get the idea? Maybe not.
Yeah. I think it would be reasonable to conclude that the soulmonger is the device created to feed.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I
Feed whatever it is.
There are a few people that we don't know what they are. So the all-seeing, Mother of Illusions.
Yeah.
You can make religion checks if you want to work out what those might be.
I think one of the first things that would maybe ask is, does Orvex, does that trigger anything?
Yeah, Ciel might know something too, just because she's a paladin.
So Orvex doesn't know who the Mother of Illusions is,
Okay.
but the All-Seeing, he's not sure. It could mean maybe All-Father. Ao?
Oh, is that the god of knowledge?
No, he's like the god, over god of all.
Well, Pello.
Nice.
Hello.
Like Pello.
No, Pello is just the god of the sun. Like, Ao is the god of all gods. He's like the All-Father. He decides like the gods' portfolios, deals with all of their wars. He chooses who ascends and who doesn't and stuff. That's what Orvex thinks it could be. He's not sure. He's never heard of an all-seeing otherwise. Ciel. She's surprisingly high religion roll for Carmen there.
Yeah.
Owen's just
You might
like,
have read a book or two.
yeah, like you feel like you've studied this before and you know it. You just like, it's like one of the tests you had to do at the monastery, just staring at the blank paper. And just, I don't know if you did tests at the monastery. Probably
Yeah.
not. But yeah,
I was just really pissed because I was like, but I want to be outside dodging things.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the map is I guess up to date.
Cool.
If you
Wither's journal excerpt is in.
perfect. Can you guys tell me if I've missed anything? If you get a chance. If you yeah.
I have to refresh.
Okay.
That looks right.
There was a corridor off to the right of the magnet statue.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
So Ciel. Wait, no. Yeah, so Ciel, Carmen as well.
Mm-hmm.
You think that the All-Seeing is a demigod called Savrus, the Lord of Divination. Because he's worshipped quite a lot in Cormyr, which is close to Tethir.
Okay.
So you've heard of that, for sure.
So Carmen might be bringing it up that way, like, oh yeah, do you know there's this god around Cormyr who's called what? Savrus.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah, that could be him.
He's the all-seeing, yeah, god of divination.
Divination.
Just a demigod, obviously, because Mystra is the god of all magic, and he's like just a more minor god, just focusing on divination. And Ciel, you know that Lyra is the mother of illusions.
I relay this to the team.
But she's not just like under Mystra, not just a god of illusion magic in particular. She's like the god of like illusions, misdirection, deception, trickery, that sort of stuff.
So with this knowledge though, does this make more sense to us? Like these gods are just not paying any attention to what's happening? Like why would they specifically be concerned with a creature being made?
That bit you don't know. You don't seem to, like, you're not really up to date with things that go on at such high levels.
So Lyra knows about this but chooses to ignore it.
She looks past it. Maybe she sees through, not seeing the actual illusion.
Okay.
Deception.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. So, okay, so this is like such a good trick that two gods that are supposedly experts at divination and illusions don't realize what's going on.
Yeah, it's such a huge deal. Whatever this creature is, it's something which would normally be on the radar of gods. I think that much you can conclude.
Holy fuck!
Okay.
But for some reason they're not taking notice of it. Asarak has somehow managed to slip it past them and is feeding it.
Else.
So that they can...
So I guess we'll have discussing this, and as we keep talking about it and realizing just how big this might be, Carmen's just constantly looking towards the exit, like, guys, maybe we should go.
Andrew, do you have Tom on the phone, by the way? Like
What does
do you have
Tom think is?
communication? Yeah. Maybe
Well,
you need to tell him.
I pray to him constantly, of course, but
You guys need to pray a little bit harder.
I thought you were his sign to me.
Oh no, absolutely. It's but I think the two of us channeling our thing would maybe resonate more ferociously. So maybe during this we should meditate together.
Oh, meditate. Is that what you call it?
Winks.
It's just like, what the fuck are you on about? Of course, meditation.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
You see me do it so much. Weirdos.
When do clerics get divine intervention? 10th level. So it's just
Fuck.
While off.
while off, yeah. But I mean, as far as you guys are concerned, because levels don't actually exist, right? They're just mechanical concepts. You guys feel pretty strong. You don't know if you couldn't take on something meant for on the level of.
Mm-hmm.
Not only could we take it on, but I would actually scare it as well.
You would scare it. So this is obviously an excerpt from his journal. Obviously seems to be the most interesting part. Is there anything surrounding this journal excerpt, or if we would delve deeper into it, would there be anything that could?
Yeah. There's loads of stuff, like the entire history of the tomb, and Chult in general.
Doesn't have to be a map.
A map of the tomb.
Like you said, it's got a history, so maybe he'll be like, "Oh, so we're building the Death to All Adventurers room, which has 4 spike traps located below."
Yeah, no, unfortunately,
we have a games room over here.
that's not really Wither's style. Doesn't
So what
talk about that.
seems to be his job down here is to apparently keep some sort of record things, right? Like, what does he write?
He's the custodian, so he seems to be taking care of the tomb.
You know what? No. You know actually about his history from reading his journals. So before he was turned into an undead creature, he was an Owynn engineer called Gora. And he was enslaved like all of Omu's citizens and put to work constructing the tomb. Asarak sacrificed all of his workers to his own dungeon. He made them run through to check traps and all of that. He made them, and Gora's traps performed the best, and for that he was transformed into a white, so that he could perform, he could serve Asarak for eternity.
Oh god, let's write this shit down, unless you've got it written somewhere.
So he's a trap maker and maintains the traps, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
How do you spell his name?
Gora. Gorra. So he probably has details of some fiendish traps.
What are the gods' names again that you mentioned?
Gods. Lyra.
Lyra and
Savras.
Savras is the all-seeing, right?
Yeah.
Savras is the all-seeing god of divination. Lyra is
Mother of Illusions.
Mother of Illusions.
Lyra's a nice name. It's unfortunate it's too close to my name for it for me to name a child that.
Laura and Lyra, yeah. What about Cora?
We named you after a withering corpse.
Or Withers.
Oh God, I've got a friend whose surname is it's Witters, but it's Belgian. Whatever. Let's go.
Yeah. So unfortunately, while he does seem to reference his plans and stuff that he originally made architecting this dungeon, since those were made right at the beginning, they've all but crumbled to dust.
Right.
And what he then started doing was actually writing journals to pass the time. He wanted like a proper chronicling of everything, and so those are more recent and have survived for the most part.
Does he ever talk about other adventurers that came in and failed?
Yep.
Okay. Like
As he's chronicling stuff, he mentions. So if you skip to the most recent one, he will talk about these group of adventurers who've come in the tomb, and they all met their various demises in all sorts of traps.
Cool.
He talks about one that got caught in the gravity ring.
What?
Doesn't say more other than that it's a gravity ring, and that one of the corpse.
That's the skeleton.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
You talking about the one that's statue?
No,
Yeah.
That one's on the ceiling.
The skeleton up on the ceiling.
Oh. Right, that makes sense.
Where?
Because we were like, why is it on the ceiling? And it's like some sort of.
Oh, right, in the same room, but on the other
How
side of
long
the
ago
room.
was that? Was the skeleton just like bare bones?
Actually, no. If you're looking for information about the skeletons, you would find some information. So he does talk about these things called the skeleton keys, which he says are really annoying.
Keys yet, right? So maybe that skeleton on the ceiling has a key.
Yes, maybe.
Oh, so the guy on the
So
skeleton
those
on the ceiling was a skeleton, not a key, unless
I think
body
the
is
key.
a key.
Those are the only references to skeletons that you can find. Something called skeleton keys. So if you're looking for skeletons, that's all you can find. And he also talks about how one of the other adventurers perished. One of the tombs, which I
Are we
can't quite find.
gonna get to a point in the tomb where we find the door, and then one of it will be activated because we've killed one skeleton? As in, like, we have to kill all of these skeletons, therefore going through the entire tomb before we can actually get through the door.
I mean,
But why else would they need to be scattered?
so I guess it's like,
True.
skeleton keys. The skeletons themselves are keys, but they don't act literally like click keys. That's what you're saying, and that
Maybe.
Yeah.
we have to interact with them in some way. I mean, killing them. I mean, killing a skeleton is not immediately obvious, is it? But
Well,
that's the point.
We did kill it.
Yeah, I think it'll be confirmed as a suspicion later on when we find this big old door or something.
We never had the chance to
get through.
search the remains of the skeleton either.
But I mean, gravity.
True
we
that.
have to get back then.
It may be worth removing
I
our
could
metal
strip down and then I could go and have a look at it. But the problem is that if it's a gravity ring or something similar, then it might have to be attached to a rope or something.
Yeah,
Get
if it's,
pulled.
if it's a gravity ring, not
We
magnetic.
have a 10-foot
ring.
pole, right? Can also just.
There was
poke around.
two forces there. There was the metal statue,
Yeah, that way.
and then the skeleton was on the ceiling.
So you just have to make sure you don't have any metal on you, right?
Okay, so we're quite confident that ring is specific. It's a very specific description. Was there anything on the ceiling that suggested that there was some kind of like?
We can just go back and
No.
investigate.
No, it's. I mean, it was just on the wall, right? I thought it was hanging from like a chain or something.
It was on the no. It was just walking on the ceiling.
It was walking.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
fucking
just
hell.
standing on the ceiling, upside down, like what Carmen does, except it didn't have boobs.
Or flesh.
But I mean,
Not really, really sexy. Okay.
think about the nature of this particular skeleton that was just walking around. If they're enchanted to disperse and be in hard to get to places, standing on the ceiling is kind of hard to get to, but they were just in plain sight. That's why it's just a bit. Like,
I think
sure,
it
there's something to
tried
kill,
to run, but you just killed it immediately.
I popped
I
out,
see.
killed it
Yeah.
after getting
Yeah.
sucked to the statue.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, it was turning to run when you did that.
Okay,
So-
and so where did it fall? Do we?
Upstairs.
It's still in the room.
On
as far as you know.
the ceiling, presumably.
It fell on the.
It had 2 daggers which got sucked out of his hands and smashed into the statue.
I see.
The
And, okay,
bones
so
fell to the
Disintegrated.
floor, I'm pretty sure they
The
didn't.
bones just clattered to the floor. Yeah.
okay,
Oh.
all right.
And
Just
that was
like-
all it had.
Okay. In which case, that's a weird acting gravity ring. So that's obviously it casting spider climb or something, as opposed to it being. Okay, I'm not saying obviously. It's just something that seems more like more
It's a
consistent. with
reasonable
what we know.
deduction.
Well, it doesn't seem like there was any point in investigating that. Now we can carry on and bear it in mind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I mean, I'll put where it says magnet statue.
Skeleton.
Key, like.
Oh shit, guys!
What up?
I see something coming this way.
Carmen, why are you there? You guys haven't even finished your short rest.
Oh, I
No,
thought we were finished, and I was like, skeleton key.
No.
Okay, let's go.
About halfway through, about half an hour in, just waiting for you guys to finish talking.
Sorry. Then I'll go back to where I was,
Yeah. Okay.
which was way back here.
It's actually it's outside the tomb, I'm pretty sure.
you hear some clanking sounds, like heavily booted feet on stairs. So Tili, you would probably hear that first at the front of the door.
Brace yourselves. I whip my swords out.
Are we getting to one side? Are we stealthing, I guess? Yeah.
Well, are you just saying brace yourselves? That's all, and taking out your swords.
Yep.
Okay.
Can
The rest of you will hear the sound as it along
I'm
the path.
getting ready to web. What?
Can I be like, guys, let's silent formation.
Okay, Orvex looks around like a deer caught in the headlights, and drops his books and runs behind a bookcase immediately. Dragonbait runs 4.
Are we just going to be in plain sight rather than trying to be
Door
stealthy
shut.
about this?
Door shut.
Well,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and be stealthy as well. A trip and
Rounding the spiral stairs are 2 huge suits of metal, which you saw similar to the ones you saw before, stained in blood, wielding. But this time there are 2. Oh yeah, wielding these sort of wicked-looking weapons.
Oh my god.
when did we fight one of these before?
Do you mean the one with the dwarves? That one.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. One of these.
Not wicked-looking weapons. These don't have weapons. They've just got those horrible chains.
This is what. Sorry, I think May just said this. This is what they were building.
Yes, one came out freshly built, and you bought it already. These are 2 more. They've just come up the stairs now, and they've seen you because the door's still open.
Back out and surround them in this room. Let them come to us.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I can web them so they just can't, you can kill them one by one. In the doorway.
Well,
Roll initiative, guys. Right.
Oh, webs are nice. Webs are a fine idea.
I mean, at the moment we have them in a choke point.
Yeah, that's why. They won't be able to go through
exactly.
each other.
Well, I mean, they're just medium, aren't they? Or are they large?
They're medium.
so they can. They could just walk through us and be like, "Hi."
They can't walk through us.
No, because like they use double movement through the web and double movement through people, so
They
won't
can't
be
come
able
through
to.
us because we're hostile.
Only I can because I'm halfling.
They can't
so-
move through you.
So we can block them, or we can block them. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is fine. Just have Tili just block the way. All right. Thanks, Tili.
You gain the benefits of a short rest at the end of the short rest, obviously.
Yep.
In terms of spending hit die, I'm assuming I can own, like, the last minute is where it's like, ooh, there I feel better.
Yeah. You don't spend them at the beginning.
Oh no.
Well, I was meaning, like, if I intended to spend 2, I can't spend 1 halfway through. That doesn't, because rules.
Yeah, that's right. So Ciel, that 5 from that 1 hit die, you won't have just yet. And you don't have your pack slots back since you spend them at the beginning before the short rest started.
Makes sense.
-5 and give you your hit die back.
So you're back down to 11, I guess, Richard.
No, you get the healing. She just doesn't get her pack slots back
Correct.
because she casts actual cure wounds on you. So that's all good. Well, who's going first up? Tili and Carmen.
Can I?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright, I'm just gonna immediately cast web down that corridor. So I'm gonna step here, and I can see them. So cast web.
It's 2 charges, right?
Yep.
Concentrating on that. Okay.
And then I'm gonna step back.
Cool. So thick white vine-like strands just sprawl around the corridor, clinging onto these creatures as they make their inexorable advance on you. Tili.
I say that particularly looking at Masturbate as well because
Okay.
hopefully he doesn't fucking just charge through like.
Is that your little voice in your head telling you all these clever strategies these days, Tili?
No, she used to be a soldier, captain of a squad, so she's a good strategist, and she actually has 12 wisdom as well. So she's actually
yeah.
smart.
True. But I
It's
mean,
really funny because she's such an asshole. She knows better, just chooses not to.
I suppose I will sheath my swords and pull out my short bow. Although I don't think I can do any damage, and I'll
I think
just
you can draw or stow, right? 2 weapons instead of 1, so
yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
it's fine.
And then I'll stand up on the table.
Okay. So you don't have arrows, or you do have arrows?
I have arrows, yeah.
Arrows.
But they're only normal arrows, so I don't think I can actually hurt these. But
worth a shot.
Quite
All right,
literally.
Owen.
It's just
Okay.
a weapon that needs to be magic
I'm
anyway.
gonna move down. I guess I can probably see them from there.
Because I've got normal bolts, but a magic crossbow.
that's true.
Your crossbow is not magic.
Intrigued. I think it specifically says in my thing that So
Aha.
magic Kensei weapons, which means that because my longbow is actually a Kensei weapon, it's presumably magical.
That looks like what it says to me. Yeah.
Racial.
So I'll make
Stop
2
racial.
attacks. I'll use my bonus attack to do a Kensei shot, as in like do the Kensei stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sure.
So I'll just make 2 longbow attacks, and then if they hit, Kensei.
Okay. Both of those hit. Oh wait, no, they've got cover. So the second one hits.
Whoa.
Um,
Let's see.
yeah, okay, that's fine. So I'll do
1
1.
damage, and I do. Was it Kensei?
8 damage in total. Massive!
Nice.
And then... Does everybody else have decent... I'll step back. Just to give... In case... I'll try not to be in the way. And that's my go done. I could fucking Sacred Flame them. That's a thing I can do.
Yeah. Okay, Undrel. I think she'll spiritual weapon. At
Gotta boil the kettle. Ooh.
2nd level. Okay, so the shimmering, translucent fist of Torm appears and launches at this hulking creature. That's a bonus action. Hits 7 points of force damage. There's the squealing of metal, sparks fly, and then she's going to Sacred Flame it as well. Okay, this does nothing. Okay, Artus. He looks at you, Tili. You've drawn your bow. You told them to stay back. Can he see that? Yeah, he can. Just it's got 3/4 cover from there. Yeah, okay, better. He looks over his shoulder at you, Owynn. It's like, not in the way, am I? Sorry.
Nah, mate, you got this.
He'll fire his longbow at it. 2, 3. The first 2 hit.
Wow, nice shot. No shot.
So the arrows streak out over the, like scream across this corridor and smash into the, these hulking metal monstrosities, but they just splinter immediately. And he like squints his eyes, looks down at his bow, just kind of like just swears under his breath, and like heads off to the side. All right. So should they make a dex save now, right? If they start in the web, you remember how web works?
Yes. So if they enter or start their turn in it.
Make a dex save or be restrained.
Yes.
Dex save.
My DC? Yeah.
No, it's not. It'll be the staff's DC. You can check it on the magic items section. So he is restrained. It can't move. It's going to use its action then to try to break free of the web.
It's
DC is 15.
15 for the staff. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to make a strength check. Try to break free. Which it doesn't. So that's his action. May.
So I'm hidden right now. I hope you remembered I did a stealth roll earlier.
Sure.
24? Yeah.
It's restrained anyway, so you have advantage, I think.
Got advantage anyway.
True, but sneak attack mostly. Just.
Yeah.
Get sneak attack if you have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if you have advantage, you don't need to hide.
Oh.
I mean, he medium, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is medium, yeah, and it's kind of around this corridor, so it's like quite a lot of cover. That's 3/4. You have to
I'm gonna assume that they're probably immune to poison.
Reasonable assumption. 16 misses. Yeah, sorry.
Right.
Just ricochets off the corner of the wall and just clatters to the ground elsewhere. Okay, Ciel, you're up.
Yay. Grace Ultra's Blast.
Yay. Let me see. It's still got half cover because, well, no. You'd peer around the corner and just blast it. Yeah.
Okay,
So it's
actually, I'm
not
gonna
got any
use
cover.
hex. Wait, would
Yep.
that be bonus?
Bonus action to hex it. Yep.
Okay, bonus action.
Which ability are you hexing?
Strength.
And I assume you have to use one of your level 1 paladin slots for that.
Yeah, level 1 slots.
Yep. Okay. If you just mark off that slot and then you can Eldritch Blast from the spell book.
Oh, yeah.
That music.
Almost. Almost. Oh yeah, I didn't hear.
Okay. Great. Both at advantage, so that second one's a crit, because it's restrained. So the first one misses, but the second one you can roll crit. That. And then roll hex twice.
Okay. Oh, I use the casting, don't
Yeah,
I?
you have to. Yeah, use hex from your actual sheet, because the casting doesn't work for hex. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if you just do it from your sheet. So in future, if they're hexed, it will just roll the hex damage for you automatically. But I haven't got that far yet.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so 13 and plus 5. 18 points of damage. Nice. Yeah, so the first one just kind of goes wide, hitting the stone, but the second one, this scintillating beam of color crashes into the immobile creature as it struggles in the webbing. Are you staying there?
Yep.
Okay. Dragonbait is gonna look at you, Tili. He's gonna look at Artus.
Roll an intelligence check or something.
And look at the bow in his hand, which is not magical. He's just gonna run.
Motherfucker.
I
love that boy.
So for the record, Oberlacker is also telling you to do the same. No, to she agrees with you to stay back. So he's running. He has to make a dex save to avoid being restrained. The webs. He fails. So he's here and restrained. Oh. He'll use his action then to try to break free.
Such a moron.
Which he does.
So
he's no longer restrained.
Such an idiot.
He gets there, but he doesn't have an action left.
Oh my.
This Tomb Guardian's gonna make its dex save. Oh. Why do the animations take so long? It took ages for that Eldritch Blast.
I just saw it too.
You just see it now, yeah. Okay, whatever. Okay, so it fails, it's restrained, it'll try to break free, which it does. Gonna stand there, and it doesn't have an action left, so it can't do anything. Carmen.
Well, I just saw Dragonbait run in and just roll my eyes fucking idiot. Just pop here.
Slack!
Shut up! I guess I haven't seen anything, they haven't shot anything.
No, I haven't shot anything.
So they don't seem to have any
No.
ranged weapons. So I'm just gonna stand here and watch the doorway.
Okay. Yeah, stand on the bookcase.
Let me just over here. 15. I think I'll just stand behind Owynn.
Okay.
And, yeah. I can't really do anything that will. Well, maybe I'll magic missile that. I can see actually. It's definitely a certain hit.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll magic missile. Cast magic missile. Level 1. cast 2, 3.
There we go. 4, 3, 2. So 9. 9 points of force damage.
Yeah.
Yep. They streak unerringly towards the target, crashing into the metal. You hear the grinding, groaning of these iron shells these creatures are encased in. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I was just like, when I was standing here, I couldn't see Dragonbait either. Is he in the shadow?
Yeah, he's around the corner. Tili, what are you doing?
So Dragonbait, he ran next to it, did he?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he is next to one of the enemies. Okay, in that case, I will do a commander's strike, as I assume he can hear me.
You assume he can. You don't know.
Okay, so I try to. I try to commander's strike.
So that's an attack and a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that let him do? Make one attack as a reaction.
That creature can immediately use its reaction to make one weapon attack, adding the superiority die to the attack's damage roll.
Nice. Roll a superiority die.
Did it actually hit?
That's a hit. Yeah.
Yay! Is it undead though?
Not. No. Okay, so 7 points of slashing plus 2 for the superiority die, right?
Yes, that's right.
I mean, it's what, like some kind of weird robot thing, I guess. The closest.
Yeah.
It's like a golem.
It's not like a
basically.
Frankenstein who's undead.
Frankenstein would be a flesh golem, which is actually a construct, and not an undead.
Frankenstein is actually the
doctor, right?
doctor.
Oh, sorry, Frankenstein's monster.
Come on, guys.
Easy.
Why is it called D8 and not superiority die?
I don't know.
Let me change that.
But press this. It's like a really, really scared face. Look.
Oh yeah, the D8, yeah.
Cool.
I also have another attack,
Yes.
so I'm going to turn around and shoot the bird.
Okay. Okay, it's dead.
Carmen,
It just
what do you-
squawks, and there's a clattering of bones. As
And
the
as a
arrow
free
flies. Okay.
item interaction, I put my bow away as well.
Okay. I think it's worth 10 XP. Yeah. Okay, Owynn, you're up.
I look to Carmen and I'm like, are you dropping web?
But do you need
I said,
me
are
to?
you? No.
Not really.
Okay, I'll continue attacking this guy then with my bow.
And the Kensei shot.
Yeah.
Dragonbait has made his bed.
I'm assuming I get. Well,
Well, the first one's never going to hit, but the second one hits.
absolutely.
And your Kensei shot.
Bam.
Nice.
Massive damage. Massive. That's me done.
Okay. Angel. You know, do the old 1-2 spiritual weapon. Hits. 11 points of force damage, followed by a sacred flame. Oh my god, that's so weak. Ah, dear. Okay, 3 points of radiant damage. Amazing. Artus, I'm sure he's got something he can do. No. No, those are too good. And he can't really run out. Yeah, no, he just shrugs and says, "Afraid I can't be much use in this fight. I'll post up here if they come through." He's going to ready an action with his dagger.
He's got loads of magic. Is none of his magic useful?
No, unfortunately not. He doesn't have like cantrips or anything that he can just throw out. They will cost resources, which he doesn't think he needs to use yet. And also like the AoE stuff, and it's very tight quarters. 60-foot radius. What the fuck? That's 120 feet across.
What's that?
Just looking at the spells. That's ridiculous. Alright. So this one is restrained. It's not going to try to use this action to break free. Actually, I need to roll a d6. Okay, that's fine. It's just going to attack Dragonbait at disadvantage. 16, 24. Second one hits. 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, this huge meaty fist with wrapped in chains carrying these huge sort of strange like leaden blocks either side. Just thunder into Dragonbait's hunched form. Right. May, you're up.
Same as before, I guess.
Remember, I can only use my command to strike on you if you're in like can shoot
Position.
where you're standing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean, you can just
yeah.
cast it on Dragonbait, right?
Cast it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, just since I can see this one now, I can
Shoot
cover,
in the
but
Shoot its body off.
That's a hit. What's on the mug? Oh, Mickey's mug.
That was Laura had something.
Laura's mug. Grill.
Pretty
It's a
big.
grill.
spell.
It's not just
Look at that sneak
Jesus.
attack, though, guys. Come on.
Holy shit.
Damage.
29 points of damage.
that's good.
And that's magical. Okay, so this thing, the bolt, just whistles through the air, and it's an absolutely perfect shot straight through the tiny visor in this thing's huge iron helmet. Its head snaps backwards as the bolt punches into it, and then it continues falling, metal groaning all the while. It doesn't hit the floor as it's completely suspended in the webs, just lying limp.
All right. I just like smile at Artist, like,
Gives you a thumbs up. He couldn't see what happened, but he assumes, he just wants to be encouraging. Okay.
oh, I'm sorry.
Ciel, you're up.
Can't even see the other one from here.
No.
It's the back of the mug just says no.
Beast.
It says, "It's hard to be a beauty when mornings are a beast."
Wise words.
It's really forced, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Alright, Nina, sorry, what do you do?
I guess I might just skip my turn. Because I can't see.
You can.
You could tell Carmen to get rid of it.
Yeah, Carmen. Please get rid of this spider thing.
I'll look at Owynn and a couple of others to see if she's the only one wanting this.
Tili nods.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we can't see any enemies, so
Yeah,
at this
I'll
point,
drop it.
Dragonbait's just getting whacked.
One of them's dead.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna move in Oh, there it is. Does this fist occupy a?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a spell effect. It doesn't occupy space.
You can stand on the fist.
Yeah.
It is now inside of you.
10, 15, 20, 25. You've got 5 foot left, yeah.
Okay, I'll just stand here. I'm gonna move my hex on this other dude.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use my sword.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, god damn it.
It's unlucky. Yeah, it just clangs off the armor. You don't quite manage to get enough force behind it. Dragonbait will make his attacks. Miss and a miss. So Dragonbait is also having similar trouble getting through the armor of this